Hello again, welcome back. You've seen the thumbnail, you know what we're doing. We're doing this Ace Delete on this Discovery 2. If you watched the previous video, you'll know why I'm doing it. So without further ado, let's have a look and see what we're doing. Right, first things first, we need to either remove this skid plate or drop it down enough so that we can clear these roll bars here, so we can get them out. So I need to be taking all this lot out, all the cables and everything. And I've also got the Ace pump delete as well, and the belt and everything. You've seen all that in the previous video, so let's get some spanners out. We'll drop this plate down first. You don't need to see that, it's only I'm going to take these two out here, drop this plate off, which leaves just the mount here, and then we can probably get to, here we go, these bolts here, they're hidden behind here, so let's do that first. What I might actually do is loosen these off and let it drop and see if I've got enough clearance here. I probably won't have, but we can try, can't we? Right, now the steering guard's off. We've now got plenty of room to get to these anti-roll bars and stuff. The bumper's just supported and the bolts are in loose at the minute. So now we need to take this off. We'll take the, what else we got? Take the fan off. And then down there's the belt tensioner. Take the tension off the belt, take the belt off. Then we can look at this Ace pump here. So let's put you on pause a minute. I'll stop. That out. What else? Might take this fan shroud out as well, give me a bit more room. Right, let's see what we're dealing with. Right, you can see it now. So it looks like we've got two bolts there, and there should be one somewhere down there. Can't see. I'm about to take this air box out, or at least this air intake pipe. Right, so looking at this, come round here, you've got the main trunk in here for the Ace pipes for the front. Two of these, ones with this black plastic coil, go to the Ace ram, and then the two further down loop round, which are these two here. So we need to undo that nut. Another one here. This big one comes up into the Ace pump, and then the one underneath it comes underneath that and goes to your reservoir. Is it that? Yeah, that one goes up into the pump, and then you've got, where's that one going? It's going somewhere, I don't know where, but anyway. That one and that one. I think those two for the power steering. These two for the ace. So let's not deal with that at the minute. Let's take the belt off and look at unbolting that and see where we are with that. Right, so we're tackling a bit more on this. Already got the reservoir off, which is down there. There's all the hoses out of the way. I've taken the union off the bottom of the ace pump, which goes just there. And next, going to be taking that nut off there and somehow try and get to this one down here. I'll probably have to get to it from underneath where there's this plastic tray and get the hand underneath that. And then that's these two, that pipe and that one there. That should be that one loose. And then I can probably undo the 3 nuts then for the ace pump, take that off. Should really take this off and give me a bit more room, but I'll try and work around it for now. It's less to take off the better, isn't it? So that's where I'm up to at the minute. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so I've been underneath the car. This bracket here, you can get to it from underneath. Just reach your hand through the plastic skid plate, whatever it's called, and you can just about get an open-ended 8mm spanner on that nut there without taking the bracket off for that water pipe there. So this pipe and this pipe underneath are now free. You can see that one there, and the other one, where is it? Yeah, it's this one here, look. So that's that. So now what we need to do, crack that off and that off, and you can see these two run up and join the other two that are freed off, which is in this part here. So we need to take that off, so we can take that strap off and then follow it to the ace block, undo it from the ace block, then we can figure out how to take these, feed these pipes out. I should imagine I'm going to have to pull it out from the engine bay and feed it up through somehow. So I'm going to crack these off and get these unwound, and then we'll move on to that bit there. Right, so we're back on this again. I'm at the valve block here at the minute. I've just separating these clamps that hold the pipes on. I've got these 13mm nuts undone. So I've got this back one separated here. So I'll just get rid of these nuts a minute. Right. So these pipes here now should just take that clamp off. There we go. Bit of spillage. Let me pause it a minute. I've got to get some more grips on that and pull that pipe off. Okay, so the valve block is off and just dangling away. These front pipes are keeping it from falling out at the minute. These bolts that hold in the valve block, nightmare to get off because the heads have well been corroded or stripped or whatever before. So if yours are like mine, you'll get taking them off with some grips. So there's 3 of them, 2, 3. Rear pipes are out there. There's like some little plastic white collets you can see on these ones here. There's one. They break off really easy when they come out, but if you're saving the pipes, then you can buy them anyway. But I'm not saving the pipes. I'll probably save the rear ones, I think, because they're quite new. But these front ones I aren't really bothered about because they're crusty anyway. So I've just been looking at the online manual, the workshop manual. It does actually say just to cut them off here and up somewhere up there near the shop tower. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm gonna get the old grinder out and whip them off. So I'll do this off camera and I'll come back to you. Right, so that's them cut off. That section there. These rubber clamp things are a pain in the arse. They're keeping all the pipes gripped together. So you need to cut these off or hacksaw them off, whatever you're going to do. That way it'll freeze up all the pipes then. And then down here, I've had to cut it again here because again they were clamped up together, and that allowed me to just pull that pipe out from around there. So all I've got left to do now is just try and pull these out from under here, which is a bit of a pain in the ass because everything's in the way. So I might have to take the battery box out, I don't know. I'll have a go yanking them out, see where that gets me. Right, so I've got the remains of the Ace pipes here and here. Now it's very tight to pull out. In fact, I can't pull it out because there's that rubber clamp holding it all together, and there's another one way down there somewhere. So what I need to do is make another cut in the pipes behind this plastic panel here. So I'll leave that for now, and I'll move on to the rears. I'll get the rear pipes off, and then once that's done, we can drop these Ace rams and bars down, take that cover off, make an incision in the pipes, remove them. It's a little bit to just pull out from the back there. What I will say is, if you're wanting to keep the pipes, if they're in good order, the only way you're going to get them out is if you start removing all the pipe work down here, probably the battery box as well. It's very tight to pull out with all this lot in here, but like I say, if you're not bothered about them anyway, then just cut them out. It's the fastest way to do it. In fact, I'll show you. Yeah, so you can see where I've removed them. They're just really crusty. Not much life left in those at all. So we have the rear pipes, and just on this arm you can just see there's a 10mm there which is holding one of the brackets for the rear pipes here. So clean the threads up, so we'll wind that out, and then there'll probably be another one on top of the Ace ram somewhere, so we'll look for that one. Right, so you can't see very well in here, can you? Sneaky little nut there above the prop shaft donut. Total nightmare to get off. Go on, focus. I might have to cut that off somehow, or at least this rubber bracket here. Cut through the rubber at least, but I can get it off. I'll come back to you in a minute. Well, that's the rear pipes out. Came out quite easy. Once you get these rubber clamps undone, it just sort of pulled out from in front of the fuel tank. So that's quite new, is that actually? So it'll come in handy for somebody at least. So let's look at the Ace pump. I think we'll get that out before we start going underneath and doing the roll bars. So it's just a 10mm, I believe, for these. we go. That is one pump off. Right, so this is the Ace Delete pulley with new bolts and a new Timken bearing in it. And it's obviously going to go in place of the old pump. So I'll quickly put this in and then I'll show you what it looks like. Bigger headed bolts. 10 mils on the old ones. Hang on, it must be a 13 that. Yes, it's a 13. Where's that bottom one? There we go. Finger tighten it a minute. Don't need to be mega tight. I don't know what torque settings are, but just give them another nip. There we go. Right, let's go get the new belt as well. Right, I've forgotten where I want now. Oh yeah. Ace Delete pulleys in. I've put the replacement bottle in, so it's just a single bottle now. I need to get some power steering fluid for that actually. So I think next we'll pop the belt on. Now's a good time to probably test all your pulleys. Make sure they're all sounding the way they should be. No playing them. That one's alright. That one's alright. So yeah, they're all good. So let me go find the picture of how the belt should go and then we'll take another look. Sorry about that, foam went flying then. Yeah, so there's your tensioner there. It's 14 mil for that 6-pointed socket. See better with some light, there you go. Just make sure it's all sat in the correct grooves and it's not coming off. Looks alright to me. Yep. Right, put fan back on now. So this here drop link, middle there is a Torx T40 I believe. Nightmare trying to get that off. It's like proper seized. There's no amount of greasing that up with penetrating fluid that's not coming out, so best thing to do, get some grips on it, let it soak in a bit and then just slowly work it off. Oh, nearly there. It's a 19 mil for that as well, by the way. Well, is it a 19 or an 18? 18, sorry. Right, that's nearly off now. So I'll whip that off and I'll do the same to the other side, and then we'll start taking these out here and then just drop the whole lot with the drop links. Right, time for this anti-roll bar to come off. 13mm. Quite. Yeah, I'll come back when it's off. Right, well that's off. You just missed that. I didn't get to camera in time. So this back bit here just basically slots up there, it sort of pivots and then lifts up into that nut there. But there's some weight to this, it's bloody heavy. So I think best thing to do is have a bit of a clean up in here. Bit of a wire brush, and then we'll get the normal roll bar in. Right, got these brackets cleaned up. Like so, these are the old bushings. Obviously you can't use these because these are for ace. So I don't know if there's a right way and a wrong way to put these new bushers in. I'm just going to copy where it was originally, and that's with the slit to the back, like so. Part number RBX 101690 for the front, and for the rears RBX 101700. So I'm going to sort these out and I'll take them to the car. Okay, so we're back on this again today, and typically it's raining. So I've got the inspection cover off there, and you can see the pipes we're after are there. But there's a big clamp at the top which I need to get off, which is this one here. It's like you can't really see it, but it's like a metal clamp that clamps also onto your suspension turret down here. So you might have to undo 2 nuts on your suspension turret for this clamp to release. And then there's a behind here, there's a 10mm nut on there. So we'll have to wind that off, get this big clamp thing off, and then hopefully all these pipes will separate and we can just pull them out. If not, we'll have to just make a bit of a cut there and chop them off there and then pull them out. So let me do that and then we'll come back. Right, we're back. So inspection hatch is back in. All the crappy pipe work's been pulled out. I did have to make a cut in the pipes in there just so I could wangle them out. This is that bracket I was talking about, which clamps up to your shock tower, and all your pipes just clamp in that, and that sort of sits down there somewhere. So yeah, we're free of pipe work now. So new belts on, obviously. So in true British fashion, it is now pissing it down. So I ain't crawling underneath there where it's all dripping wet. I'm really not fancying that. So I think we shall try again tomorrow. Okay, we're back and it's not raining for a change. So yesterday I was struggling like hell trying to get this bar in by myself. Anyway, I've managed it. I didn't film it because I needed 2 hands. I don't have a tripod or anything, so what I ended up doing was had the bar loose on the floor here. I put the drop links in to the anti-roll bar first, and then I sort of held up the bar, put the drop links into the end of the arms on both sides, and then I used my hand just to push up the bar. So these were acting like a pivot, so I could get this bracket hooked up into there. So it's just sat loose at the moment. I can't push it up any further because these rubbers are new, so I've got a jack here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gently jack it up just so it pushes the bar up. So we should be able to get these bolts in now. Let me just swap hands a minute. I've put some copper slip on them just so they don't get seized up. Right, that's one in. Switch to the other side. I must invest in it. Alright. So this one's not going up as much. Alright. Bollocks. See if I can get that tightened up. Oh, there we go. That's got it. Other side. Swap hands. So they are a 13mm. And that's on. Right, just need to tighten those 18s up now. So let me quickly do that. Looks like this is going to be a Torx 30. Right, it's got the top one to do now. Right, I'm just about to put the brackets for the steering guard back on and then push the bumper up. But before I do, these drop links here, It's an 18mm nut for these top ones and a 17mm spanner just in between there, and then the bottom Torx 30 and an 18mm spanner, and you can do it all up. So we're almost there in the front. So I've got one bracket loosely mounted. I'm going to do this side now. Right, front end's all buttoned up now. Well, the lower front end anyway. I have got another surprise for the front end, which will be in another video. But for now, this bit's done. So I'm going to jump onto rear now and do the rear race. It's going to be a similar setup. If not, it might be easier actually because the bars aren't as big and heavy as they are for the front. So let's move on to the back now. Right, just underneath the disco, got these drop links off the rear. Similar to the front, set of mall grips on there and a 19mm for that, and now it's loose. So we just need to get, well, I need to clean them up actually, but those nuts there are crusty, so I'm going to have to clean them up, spray them and leave them overnight because I can't see them coming out for love nor money. What's inside like? Focus. Yeah. I'll get a wire brush and I'll clean them up. Right, I've already taken the nuts out for the clamps that will hold the anti-roll bar in. So, just a case of trying to wiggle this out now. Right, let's try and get it off at exhaust. Where's a pissing ton? It's out. I'm spilling oil everywhere. Right, I'll stop it there a minute. Okay, it is now the next day. Excuse me. So I've already pre-built these up. Put the drops. Sorry, spit my words out. Got the drop links in. I've just put them in loose for now. Got the rubbers on ready, cleaned up the clamps, cleaned up the bolts because they were all rusty. I'm not sure if you need to put any like lubrication on these rubbers or not. I've put a dab on because I should imagine they'll squeak if you don't when they're moving about. I've just put a bit of copper grease on there as well. So yeah, we're ready to put these rears on now, and then we can get this ace delete buttoned up and get this video out. So I'm going to take this over to the car now. I'll try and get some footage, but it's a bit tight under there and I don't have a tripod, so I'll just do a few bits. I'm getting too old for this. Right, so what I've done, I've hooked the roll bar over the exhaust and I've just put these in loose for now. So at the minute it's just resting, so I can now just push up like so, and my drop links are acting as a pivot just so I can get these clamps in up here, which are just here. So let me get these in and then I'll come back. Right, yo then peeps, I think I'm going to call it for this episode. It's going to get quite long as it is anyway, so yeah, I think we're all wrapped up with this ace delete. Everything's bolted up, everything's painted. Similar sort of affair to the front. You'll need an Allen key and an 18mm for this top one, and you need, for the bottom bolt there, you need an 18mm and a 17mm just to hold the nut at the back so you can tighten it. But yeah, it's looking alright. Difficulty rating, I'm not a mechanic, but I know what to do with a set of spanners and stuff, so I would say probably 5 out of 10. If you're a complete novice, obviously you're going to need to take your time, get yourself a Haynes manual and a workshop manual, and give yourself a good weekend to do it, I suppose. It's taken me longer because I've been painting stuff as I've gone along, so I've just been doing bits here and there on the odd day, so yeah, I think that's it for today. When I get back I'll start editing all these clips together, and then you'll have something to watch. Next job, I've got it arse end jacked up at the minute, because we're going to be doing descaling that fuel tank guard and painting that up same colour to match. So I've got that to do as well, so I might do a quick video on that. So thanks for watching, we'll see you again in another one.